Jake Super Gamer 15 here, and welcome back to my brand new Let's Play of Mario Golf Super Rush. Alright, so if you remember the previous episode, we just began our golf adventure, and yeah, we're gonna continue where we left off last time. We're still getting some lessons in at the practice area, so now I gotta talk to you, Hammer Bro. Don't hit the beginner approach lesson. Yeah, so, don't review the basics of hitting a shot. I already know how, but I'll do it for the audience. An approach shot is any shot taken from off the green with the intent to stop the ball on the green. Press the press the Y button when using a wedge. Alright, let's start with the basic 30-yard approach on the flat ground with using your, you guessed it, approach wedge. In this spot, you can try to bump it and run it where you chip the ball onto the green and let it roll toward the hole. It's 10 yards to the green and 20 yards to the hole. After your shot lands, it'll roll a bit, so aim for 30 yards. It'll end up past the hole. Your shot power determines on how far the ball will fly until it hits the ground. This is what's called carry. In this situation, you want to fly the ball about 70% of the way to the hole. After it lands, the ball will roll or run the rest of the way. If you can consistently stop your approach shot within 3 feet of the hole, you'll be in great shape to make a lot of putts. First up, you'll try to score at least 10 points. You got 3 shots to do it. Alright, here we go. So this is another training game. And I'm guessing this is a target practice. Yeah, it is. Alright, so with this one, you have to be strategic with the way... You have to be strategic with this one. And I think, that, if I'm not mistaken, the center of the target, the bullseye, is what you're aiming for. Yeah, and you want to be with this one, you want to be more strategic when it comes to the to this. Alright, so we got a 10 there. So you get three attempts, I think, to get 10 points or more. It's basically easy. Wow, 3 shots, all 3 areas. I managed to hit all 3 areas. Nice. 27 points. You passed. Approach shots are key to scoring well, so nice work. Let's move on to the next lesson. So for this approach, we are looking at the same distance as before. We're about 10 yards from the green, and the hole is 20 yards past that. But this time, we have 30 yards of elevation to get account for. This means you need the shot to carry a little more farther, to use more power. Last but not least, the easiest possible putt. Try to stop the ball in front of the pin. It's easier to putt uphill than downhill. Alright, let's shoot for at least 10 points again. You've got 3 shots. Noted. Alright, so it's a little bit farther this time than it was before. So, eventually I get it first try. Wow! 10 points on the first shot. But luckily the game allows you 3 times to get this right, so I wouldn't be surprised if I got a perfect score of 30 points. And besides, I said this already, I've cleared this before, so this is not a blind Let's Play, so. Wait. Ooh, what would happen if I chipped it in? Alright, I got 30, that's a perfect score. Wow, you showed that incline who's boss. Maybe I need to find something tougher for you. It's pretty easy to overshoot your target when it's downhill, so this will be good practice for you. The hole is 1 yard downhill and 98 feet away, which means you want to ease back on the power a little bit. See if you can stop the ball within 3 feet of the hole. You know the drill, score 10 or more points on 3 shots. Yeah, it's the same thing. So, as you go, the hole is going to get more farther and farther, which makes it easier, I guess. Oh, I almost chipped that in. Did y'all see that? I almost chipped that ball in. Did you see that? I think that is possible, even though I've never done it before. Oh, it hit the flagpole. That's what's called a pin shot. Pin. Third shot. Alright, what do I get? Oh. 8. 27. Alright, that wasn't that bad. So we got 500 coins. Alright, we leveled up. And this time, let's up the stamina. Login stat changes. Alright, we're good. So that's a good way to start it. Another lesson passed. That's it for me. But if you want to keep on practicing if you want to improve. Come and find me if you ever want to retake any of my lessons. Alright, so now I talk to you. Hey, want to try the beginner putting lesson? Alright, first things first. I want you to imagine putting the ball on a perfectly flat surface. That's the best way to help you learn how to judge the distance if you need to cover. Alright, putting requires more precision than other shots. Want to learn more? For people at home? Yeah, for people at home. Alright, when putting, you only have to worry about the line and the speed. Line is where you aim, speed is how hard you hit the ball. Okay? Press Y to select between short, medium, and long distance putts. The grid on the green shows higher elevation in blue and lower red. The points of light flow from high to low. Greater elevation changes in the result in more points of light. Very short putts can be tapped in by pressing A. Okay? Let's set our target 16 feet from the ball. Try to imagine a 3 feet circle around the cup, okay? Excuse me. Our goal is to get the ball to stop just inside that area. To pass, I'll need 10 points or more, and you've got 3 putts to do so. Noted. Okay, so this is a putting lesson. This is a putting training game. Now, putting is very easy to do. And I sank it in. There you go. Alright, and you got 3 tries to do so. And it's another sink in. Perfect. And nice in. 3 times in a row. Alright, 30. Again, that's a perfect score. Alright, so it's going to get farther. Well, that seemed easy for you. I suppose I have to give you more of a challenge. So we're looking at a putt of about 16 feet again, but this time the green isn't flat. I'd say it's a baby hill at 1 feet. Try to nudge this so it stops within 3 feet of the cup. Again, you'll need 10 points or more to pass, but you've got 3 chances to get it. Alright, so you want to go a little bit to the left, I guess. And then sink this in. Nothing. Nice in. Perfect. Same thing again. And that's another nice in. And number 6. Boom. Nice. Perfect score. That's another perfect score. 3 times in a row. You got long uphill putts dialed in. Well done. Now let's bump up the challenge. This is a straight 16 putt, same as before. However, this one is downhill and all the way. It's a 1 foot slope from the ball to the hole. See if you can get it within 3 feet. Same as before. Okay. Wow, I sank that in on the first try. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, that's perfect. And if I did it once, I can do it twice. And I'm sure I can do it 3 times. Boom. And 3-peat, there you go, 30. 3-peat, there you go. That was a perfect lesson all the way through. Alright, I leveled up. Not bad. Alright, this time let's add some speed. Locking stat changes twice in a row. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're 5 minutes in. We're already off to a good start. Nice touch. You've mastered the art of downhill putting. That'll do it for this lesson. Okay? What do you have to say? Hey, hot shot, you busy? Because I've got a putting challenge here, and I need somebody to test it on. How about it? You want to do my putting challenge for a spin? Sure. Alright, so we're doing a putting challenge. It's okay. You got 9 shots to score at least 80 points. Go. It's on. Sink it in. There you go. Putting ain't nothing on me. Boom. Come on. Got another one. And another one. Got it in. Alright. Alright, that was awesome. Alright, and boom. There you go. Alright, we're halfway there. Oh, that was 9. Got it. There you go. Alright. Alright, that was another sink in. And boom. Oh, we need 1 more point. Boom. Nice! Okay, I cleared it. I'm guessing 90 is perfect score. That sucks because I missed it by 1 point. It's fine. So I can level up twice now, because if you level up, you get to upgrade something. And lock in stat changes. Super curve? Nah. Alright, that was awesome. Wow, we're 10 minutes in. Oh, come on. I know look when I see it. Fine, you win. Feel free to beat it again if you'd like. Alright, so now I don't need to talk to you guys anymore. Oh, wait. What are you? What? No, you know what? Nah, I don't need to talk to you. No, nah, I don't need to talk to you anymore. I'm done. Alright. So, now where are we going? We need to follow the red arrow, because the red arrow tells us where to go. Try the rookie course. Okay. This way? Try the rookie course. Okay, so we're going this way? Alright, so I need to talk to you. Head coach. So you passed the basic lessons already? That's great. Now you're ready to play a few holes of the test. Are you ready now? Yes, I am. Want to know how shifts can affect the accuracy of your shots? Yeah, for the people at home. Shots hit with close to full power from the tee or fairway can be very precise in terms of both distance and direction. How precise the shot can be can be determined by how much the shift is gauged next to the shot gauge. If you set the shot's power in the area of the gauge with low shifts, you'll get a more accurate result in terms of both distance and control. The area of the shot gauge with the low shift is called the safe zone. If you get a set of shots powered in an area with the gauge in high shift, it'll be less accurate both in distance and control. The area of the shot gauge is with a high shift is called the risk zone. The exclamation point icon may be displayed in the shot powers in the risk zone, indicating a high degree of shift. To hit accurate shots, use less power to aim for the safe zone. Noted. When hitting for bad lies, like out of the right for a bunker, the safe zone will be smaller. The bigger the risk zone, the more likely it is that the shift will end up affecting your shot. The longer clubs, like the driver, the smaller safe zones, and the clubs that don't hit the ball as far. Consider both safe and risk zones when selecting a club and how the shift could affect the distance and accuracy of each shot. Great, so this is very simple. You're going to play 3 holes on the rookie course, finish 5 over par or better to pass. That's it. Don't worry about running from hole to hole just yet. Just focus on making good shots and scoring under the limit. Alright, noted. So we're going to be doing the rookie course on for a change. We're not surviving elimination yet. We're still learning the basics. Finish 3 holes at +5 or better. I can do that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I showcased this. Was this the course I showcased on my Game Talk in this game a few years ago? I'm not sure. But, yeah, oh no. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Now, occasionally I would fast forward it, but I'm not going to do it this time. When that happens, the exclamation point. At first I would, there you go. Alright, we got a nice shot. Ooh, okay. Alright, rough. Par 4. Alright, so if I sink this next one, it's gonna. So if I sink this, it's gonna be. If I chip this in, it's a birdie, and if I sink it in, it's a par. Which is what we need, right? Right? Yeah. Alright, we got a par. Not bad. Luckily, it's only a 3-hole game. Literally. Alright. 3 holes +5 or better. Luckily, I'm below par. Yeah, I'm below par. Yeah, that's right. And I hit a bad shot. It's fine. Let's fast forward this time. Alright, 109 yards to green. Let's try this again, and boom. Maybe. Alright, well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, plus minus 0 is clearing the goal. It's clearing the objective. Alright, so tap that in. +5 or better, right, right 0. So I think that clears the objective. Now, if I was playing regularly for fun off camera, this would be the hole where I would use a star shot or a star. I don't know what they're called, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Because it's a good strategy. It's a good strategy. Fringe. Birdie putt. Alright, I got a birdie chance. Kind of like in a Wii Sports Resort. Imagine if. That ain't good. But regardless if I get a. No. Alright, well. I got a +1, which I think clears the objective. Yeah, I could have done better. Yeah, I did clear the objective. +5 or better, and I got a +1. So that clears the objective. Yeah, that's right. That clears the objective. Alright, let's go. Let's add power. Lock in stat changes. Alright, let's go. Alright, we cleared the objective. Nice. Nice, you crushed that test. Great job learning the basics. On to the next challenge. Which is, right now. Surprise! For this test, you'll need to complete 3 holes within a time limit and score well too. You'll have 10 minutes to finish a par 3, a par 4, and a par 5 with a total score of 3 over par or better. This is what's called speed golf. You have to run to your ball to each shot. Are you ready? Yeah, we still got time, so let's do it. Alright, okay. Alright, here we go. I'll take it from here. Be the timer and scorekeeping to me. In the practice round, you're running all over the course. You want to explain how movement works? For the people at home, yes. Tilt the L joystick to run in that direction. Press A to jump. Press B while running to dash. It's faster than running, but it uses stamina. You can also push opponents out of the way when you're dashing. Press L when your stamina bar is green to special dash. This lets you run super fast, but uses up stamina quickly. If you run into an opponent while special dashing, you can knock them off their balance. When it's time to take a shot, the same controls the same as before. And to keep an eye on that stamina gauge, if you're planning to take a break from dashing, just try to plan it accordingly. Alright, so we're doing speed golf, which, alright, so now we're going to be doing some speed golf, which, if I'm not mistaken, is not legal in the real world. Alright, finish 3 holes at +3 or better in 10 minutes or less. Yeah, I can do that. Watch this. 2. +3 or better, 10 minutes or less. I can do that. Watch this. Alright, so you shoot the ball, and now you're running. If you hold B, you can dash, but if you press L, you special dash. And for the special dash, you can actually use that to push opponents out of the way if you're playing multiplayer. But I won't use it too much because it uses it uses all your stamina. So don't use it too much. And if you want to regain stamina, just run slowly like that. Alright, so +3 or better, 10 minutes or less. I think we got that. Yeah, we got a par, good. Yeah, we got a par, good. Alright, let's do it. Alright, next hole. Par 4. Hole 17. Oh, this is a long way. This is a long way. So now you want to avoid the red area if you want to get a nice shot like that. Now what I would do is I would use the special dash when my stamina bar is full, and then when it's full, boom, there you go. Use your special dash. It's a good strategy. When your stamina bar is green, you can use it. But you want to be careful because it drains. When you use your special dash, it drains about almost half of your stamina bar. When your stamina bar is green, you can use it. But again, I don't want to use it. I wouldn't use it too much because, like I said, it drains your stamina bar. You know what I'm saying? So be careful when you're playing this in speed golf. But it's funny I mentioned this because if you're playing this with against actual people or actual characters, whether single, local, or online, they would hold up, hole 18, par 5. Yeah, I can do this. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're playing speed golf with against actual people, whether it be like local, online, or whatever, they would depending on the place you're in, they would handicap you, and they make you wait longer, which I think is pretty pathetic. And I'm pretty sure you cannot do this in real life. But I would love to see someone replicate it. But I think you'd get in trouble for it as well. I'd love to see somebody replicate speed golf in real life. I feel like this should have been an Olympic sport a long time ago. But nobody can. Yeah, you can't do that. Like I said, if you're doing it in an actual golf course, you'd get in trouble for it. Well, that's what I think. Though I do love the idea, though. You can't do it in real life, but in the video game world, anything is possible, literally. Alright, let's go. I'm on stroke 3, par 5. Oh wow, I still got time, 7 minutes. Sometimes you don't need to pay attention to the timer unless you're in an actual competition. Know what I'm saying? Alright, let's go. I wanna see if I can sink this in. Birdie chance. Oh no, it hit the hole, didn't it? +3 or better. I think I cleared the objective. Oh, come on. Bogey. Duped again. +1. Alright, we cleared it. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Leveled up. Twice. Third time? No. Alright, let's go. Third time? Right. Alright, let's go. Lock in stats changes. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're doing good so far. Cool. You passed. Nice work. That means you finished with it. That means you finished within a time limit and a nice score to boot. Now you're ready for a qualifying round. Just head to the gate behind the clubhouse when you're ready to give it a try. By the way, even though you can play freely now, don't forget what it took to get here. Keep practicing your shots and refining your techniques. Once a student of the game, always a student of the game. Alright. Play a qualifying round on the main course. Now, I would do that, but, play a qualifying round on the main course, which I'm guessing is this right here. Welcome to the Bonnie Green's main course. Okay to play a qualifying round. Well, alright y'all, that's what we're gonna do next time. Now if we can just face the camera, alright, well that's what we're gonna continue next time. Alright, well you guys, that all wraps up episode 2 of Mario Golf Super Rush. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm going to see you guys in the next episode, where in the next video, we're going to be playing a qualifying round on the Bonnie Green's main course. And I'm pretty excited for that, and I hope you guys are happy to see it too. Well, I would do it, unfortunately, I've run out of time. I've been recording for about 20 minutes. So, we made some pretty good progress, and I think it's a good place to stop. So anyway, we made a few progress, we made some great progress, we learned the basics. And in the next episode, we're gonna be surviving elimination, and I'm pretty excited for that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. So anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.